Good morning, children. This is Mrs. Anjum Aleem from Springfields, Masabtank, biology teacher for class 10. As you all know that we have started with the lesson number 5 and we have completed the structure and function of neuron, structure and function of various parts of brain, and we have seen the classification of nervous system into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, and how the peripheral nervous system is again classified into sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. Today we are going to learn about the glands. Now you can give me some examples of glands. Yes, pituitary gland, salivary gland, mammary gland. Liver is also a gland. Liver is the largest gland present in our body. Now glands' function is to secrete the hormones. They secrete the chemicals, hormones in small quantity. Now basically glands are of two types, exocrine and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands are those glands which secrete the hormones or chemicals in the ducts, in the channels, whereas endocrine glands are those glands which secrete the hormones directly into the bloodstream. So endocrine glands are called ductless glands. You understand the difference between the exocrine and endocrine? Exocrine gland secretes the hormones in the ducts, and the endocrine gland secretes the hormones directly in the bloodstream. Now let us take the example liver and pancreas. Liver and pancreas are both exocrine and endocrine. How? They are exocrine because they secrete the products bile and pancreatic juice into the gastrointestinal tract. That is why they are exocrine in the ducts through the series of ducts, and they are endocrine because they secrete the other substances directly into the bloodstream. So liver and pancreas, they are both exocrine as well as endocrine glands. You can write the example of the exocrine gland as liver and pancreas. Now we will see various endocrine glands. So the endocrine system in humans we are going to see now. The endocrine glands are ductless glands and secrete hormones which carry messages to particular organ or tissues through the bloodstream. These glands controls growth, development, metabolism and reproduction. Endocrine glands secretes hormones in response to external and internal stimuli. So depending upon the stimulus, what changes takes place inside the body and outside the body, the hormones are released. Now we will first see few examples of the endocrine glands. Pituitary gland, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenal gland, pancreas, testes and ovaries. All these are the examples of the endocrine glands. Now where is the pituitary gland situated? You know, it is situated in the brain and it releases the hormones called as the growth hormones, which regulates the growth and controls the functioning of endocrine glands, that is the other glands. It is the master gland. Pituitary gland is a master gland, so it will control the function of other glands in our body like thyroid, parathyroid, all are under the control of pituitary gland. Next is thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is situated in the neck region. It secretes the hormone thyroxine which controls metabolism rate. It also brings about balanced growth. Now you must have heard about people having thyroid problem. It is of two types, hyperthyroid and hypothyroidism. That is, when the thyroxine is secreted in large amount, a goiter is formed in the neck and that has to be surgically removed. So we have to supplement our diet with iodine. We have to take enough iodine in our diet to keep the thyroxine levels to maintain the thyroxine level. Next is the parathyroid gland. They are situated just below the thyroid gland and they secrete the hormone parathormone which controls the calcium balance of the body. Next comes the adrenal gland, which we are going to see in detail in the next slide. Adrenal glands are situated just above the kidney. A pair of adrenal glands, and they secrete the hormone which is called as the adrenaline. Adrenaline is called fight or flight hormone. It is secreted in the cases of emergencies. It prepares the body for emergencies. This hormone is released when you are in fear, anger, anxiety. In such cases, in such situations, this hormone is released. Next is the pancreas. Now pancreas, they secrete the hormone insulin into the ducts. That is why it is endocrine gland pancreas. Insulin will control the sugar levels of the blood. Again here, if the sugar levels are high in the blood, the people may suffer from diabetes. You have heard about the diabetes? Yes. So the insulin controls the sugar levels in the blood. Next is testes. Testes are present in males and they secrete the testosterone hormone. This controls the growth and development of the male reproductive system. It is responsible for the development of secondary sexual characters. And ovaries are in female. They are again reproductive organs. They produce the hormone estrogen and progesterone, which controls growth and development of female reproductive system. That means it also what all the changes takes place in the body of a male or female when they grow into an adult are under the control of testosterone in males and estrogen and progesterone in females. So they are all the hormones which are secreted by the various endocrine glands. Now we will see something about story of insulin. Now you all know that insulin is a hormone made by the pancreas that allows your body to use sugar from carbohydrates in the food that you eat for energy or to store glucose for future use. Insulin helps to keep your blood sugar levels normal if it is from getting too high. If the sugar levels go high in the blood, the people will have the hyperglycemia, diabetes mellitus. Or if the sugar levels are too low in the blood, then they suffer from hypoglycemia. Both the conditions are not good. So we should remember that primarily these pancreas are exocrine glands because they secrete variety of digestive enzymes, and the pancreas are endocrine also because their cells, islets of Langerhans, produces the hormones like glucagon, insulin, somatostatin and pancreatic polypeptide in the ducts. So our insulin plays a very important role in our body. If the insulin is not produced properly in the body, people have to take from outside. They inject insulin. They take insulin injections in diabetes mellitus where the sugar levels go high because insulin produced by the pancreas is not sufficient. So we have to take insulin from outside. See where the pancreas are present. They are present just below the liver and above the stomach. You can see the pancreas. The cells of the pancreas are islets of Langerhans which produces the hormones. Now let us see adrenal glands. As I told you, adrenal glands are also endocrine glands and they are situated above the kidneys. So they are called as suprarenal glands or adrenal glands. They are endocrine glands. They produce a variety of hormones including adrenaline and steroids like aldosterone and cortisol. Again, they play a very important role. If you take the section of the adrenal gland, you can see outer adrenal cortex and the inner adrenal medulla. They secrete the adrenaline and also the steroids. Now, what is the function of the adrenaline? As I told you, whenever you are in a situation of fear, anger, anxiety, then this hormone is secreted. Your anger does not last for more time. It disappears in 10 minutes because the adrenaline levels also goes down in short time. So the anger disappears. Now why is this adrenaline hormone is called fight and flight hormone, fight or flight hormone? Adrenaline is the body's activator and is released in response to anxiety, exercise or fear, anger. This is the basis of the so-called fight or flight hormone. What happens when there is a fight? Either you stand and you have a fight or you run away as fast as possible. So it is called fight or flight hormone. Now, what are the changes that takes place in the body during the adrenaline secretion is our heartbeat rate increases, it increases the blood pressure, expanding the air passages of the lungs, enlarging the pupil in the eye, redistributing the blood to the muscles, alternating the body's metabolism so as to maximize blood sugar levels. That is what all these conditions, if you remember, these are the things that are taking place in the sympathetic nervous system. Yes, so our sympathetic nervous system becomes activated when we are in anger, anxiety or fear, and when we are relaxed, our parasympathetic nervous system is in function. Now today in our session we have seen the difference between the exocrine and the endocrine glands. We have seen the different type of the endocrine glands and their hormones and their functions. We have also seen in detail the pancreas, which are both exocrine and endocrine glands, and we have seen adrenaline, which is adrenal gland, which is also an endocrine gland. So it secretes adrenaline hormone called fight or flight hormone. Now today's homework is, what is the significance of adrenal gland in our body? What is the importance of adrenal gland in our body? Name the hormones secreted by pancreas. You can get the answers from this video. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you very much for watching this video.